Hello friends, welcome to my channel Easy Education. Be smart and fresh. Let us start here the today's subject, the distance, displacement, speed and velocity. Today I am driving on the car and we want to visit our friend's house. But before jumping to this part, we should see our previous video, Motion Part 1, where we have learned the basic concepts. Then it will be more easier to relate the theory and the practical applications simultaneously. And as usual, I will ask you the 3 questions which you have to give the answers. So, are you ready? Let us start and have a look. So, okay, we are back into the car and we will go to your cousin's house. What is the practical way to measure the distance? Of course, you can't use a rope or a measuring tape now. In all the vehicles, whether it is the bus or a car or a bike, you have the panel like this. There is the instrument like this called odometer. Do you know where it is located? Here it is. This is the odometer. This measures the distance traveled by the vehicle. Can you see the unit used? The kilometer. Before you start, you note down the initial odometer reading. As you can see, it is 448 km. As you are traveling, the odometer will keep running. What will be the reading when you will reach to your destination? Now, as you have reached, the reading is 453 km. So, what is the distance you have traveled? It is 5 km. You have just subtracted the final reading from the initial reading. Final reading minus initial reading. That is 453 km minus 448 km is equal to 5 km. We know how to measure the distance. But practically it cannot be measured with the measuring scale or measuring tape. But what is the practical way to measure the distance from your house to your cousin's house? Remember, displacement is the shortest path from the initial to the final position. And shortest path is the straight line. Just like that bird is there. So, it is not possible to use any instrument here. Here we have to use some geography. We need a Google map. First, locate your house. Then your cousin's house on the map. If you travel by road to your cousin's house, it will be like this. The length of the path traveled is called distance. As discussed, we have calculated it by using the odometer in the car. Displacement is the shortest path from your house to your cousin's house. And the shortest path is a straight line. As you are flying to your cousin's house like a bird, so to know the displacement, draw a straight line from your house to your cousin's house. Now measure the length of the distance using ruler, which is 3 cm. Let us see what is the scale of the map. It is 1 cm is equal to 1 km. That means 3 cm is equal to 3 km. So the displacement from your house to your cousin's house is 3 km. Displacement is the vector quantity. So now we can give the direction. Here is the north of the map. So where is your displacement? It is 3 km northwest. While driving, how you will calculate the speed of the car? You may already have heard that there is a speedometer in the panel here. In my car panel, here will look like a speedometer. But it is not this one. This one is a tachometer. It measures the rotation speed of the shaft of the car. This is the speedometer. It measures the speed of the car. As you can see, the unit of the speed is kilometer per hour. Now the question is, does this speedometer measures the average speed? What do you think? I am going to start the car and drive you, and you carefully observe the reading of the speedometer. Can you see the initial reading is 0 km per hour? And it is increasing as I am raising the accelerator. So it is not measuring the average speed. It is measuring the speed at this instant only. It is called instantaneous speed. For example, the speed of the car right now is 30 km per hour. How does the speedometer work? It calculates the distance traveled in a very short time interval, say 1 second or 0.1 second. So the instantaneous speed is the distance traveled in a short time interval divided by the time interval. While traveling, the instantaneous speed of the car keeps on changing. So it is more useful to locate the average speed. What is the formula of the average speed? Average speed is equal to total distance divided by total time. Average speed is equal to total distance divided by total time. Total distance can be calculated using this odometer. So it is final odometer reading minus the initial odometer reading. And the total time is easy to find. You just check your watch when you have started and when you have reached. And when you subtract the two, you will get the total time. For example, let us see, we have traveled 5 km in 20 minutes. Convert this 20 minutes in hour. As 60 minutes is equal to 1 hour, therefore 20 minutes is equal to how much? 20 into 1 divided by 60 is equal to 1/3 hour. Average speed is equal to total distance upon total time is equal to 5 upon 1/3 is equal to 5 into 3, that is equal to 15 km per hour. Now velocity. Unit is meter per second. How do you calculate the velocity of the car? Remember, the velocity is speed with direction. The velocity at any instant is the speed of that instant and the direction. That is known as the instantaneous velocity. For example, the speed of my car right now is 20 km per hour. And let us see, the direction is 20 km towards the north. How do you calculate the average velocity of the car? Average speed is the total distance divided by the total time. Similarly, average velocity is total displacement divided by the total time. In our example, if total displacement is 3 km and let us say the time is 20 minutes, which is 1/3 of an hour. So the velocity will be 3 km divided by 1/3 of an hour is equal to 9 km per hour. Now let us talk about uniform and non-uniform motions. When the body is said to be in a uniform motion, when it is traveling in equal distance in equal interval of time and in a straight line. Now what does it mean? Let us take the time interval of 1 second. So my car is traveling 5 km for every 1 second and in a straight line. Then it is in uniform motion because the speed is constant and the direction is the same. Now the speed in direction is the velocity. So it is very easy way to remember is the uniform motion is constant velocity. Non-uniform motion is opposite to the uniform motion. If the body is traveling the unequal distances in equal intervals of time, then it is non-uniform motion. It is unequal distances in equal intervals of time, then it is the non-uniform motion. Then it is going to be really confusing. So that time intervals need to be kept same. For example, my car is traveling 2 meter in first second, 3 meter in second seconds, and 1 meter in third seconds. So in every second the distance traveled is unequal. So the car is in non-uniform motion. So in non-uniform motion the speed is not constant. Are you traveling in the uniform motion or in non-uniform motion? It is non-uniform motion because the speed of the car keeps changing. When the car is stopped, the speed is 0. On an empty road, speed increases, and when you are in busy traffic, speed decreases. It is a non-uniform motion. One practical example of the uniform motion is the cruise control features in the car. You can set the speed of the car at a particular value. So if you are on highway, your car is moving in a set speed. So this is the case of uniform motion. But mostly you are traveling in non-uniform motion. Now we have done our concepts. Question number 1. What does the speedometer of the vehicle measures? That is speed of the engine in kilometer per hour. Question number 2. Car is taking a turn at a uniform speed. Does the car have uniform velocity? No. At turning point, direction changes. It do not remains the shortest distance. Hence, no displacement. Distance travelled in every second varies. Question number 3. Car travels at speed of 20 km per hour for half the distance and at 30 km per hour for other half. Find the average speed of the car. Solution. Average speed is equal to 20 km per hour plus 30 km per hour divided by 2 is equal to 25 km per hour. So guys, let us stop here. I hope you might be clear how practically you can measure the distance, displacement, speed and velocity. Please like, share and subscribe this video. Thank you very much.